Hello, I'm Samir Desai, founder Seagull Advertising. Welcome to Dreamers to Doers. This episode, we have a person who's done a unique idea, who came up with a concept which we believe much before their time. A concept that has changed how people, bachelors, live in a city. Welcome, Rupesh Mittal. Yeah.
Thank you, Samir.
Founder at Youthville. Yeah. So Rupesh, welcome to this episode.
Thank you.
You're in a unique category.
You for having me.
Yeah. So tell me how this journey, or how did Youthville happen?
We had read Vineet, Goel and me.
Yeah.
We were discussing about a newspaper article Pune Mirror had featured that housing societies, the good housing societies,
Correct.
don't want bachelors.
Right.
And I said, like, Pune is a city attracting bachelors. We are made for students and working professionals. Where will they all go? And then when I looked at my own society also, I realized there's a board there.
Acha.
That bachelors,
Not allowed.
you cannot, give it out. And we felt that they are always at loggerheads. Their needs, when a group of students are staying in a flat across and or bachelors staying, these two needs don't vibe together.
So families and bachelors.
Absolutely. And that's where then we went deeper to study. We saw certain hostels of colleges.
Yeah.
And we were really let down. Like, I don't want my children to live in something like this. And that's when we thought Vineet coming from real estate and me coming from the people side, we can do something about this. And he said, let's give it a shot. And that's what led to the birth of Youthville, which is a purpose-built student housing. I mean, that's how the base of and the idea of
Youthville came up. So what you're saying, like how we look at it, marketing. So you didn't really do a market research. Okay. You happened to notice a problem.
Right.
Yeah, a challenge.
Correct.
Where you saw it, and then you realize in your society also the same thing.
Correct.
So the need gap was that there are bachelors coming into Pune city. So you're in Pune right now, or are you also in other cities?
We are in Pune and Mumbai.
Pune and Mumbai.
Right.
Fantastic. Okay. So you saw that there are people coming from outside. They're bachelors.
Right.
They needed a place to stay, and societies were not welcoming them.
Correct.
So that's the opportunity you mentioned.
Absolutely. And when we went deeper, we also found that the colleges where they are making the students stay, colleges didn't want this headache of managing students.
Okay.
So the kind of accommodation they had, it was just like you just want to go there and crash. You don't look forward to going to your hostel. But it's one of those things.
So tell me, when you say colleges, do college admissions get affected if they don't have a hostel?
100%. Okay. Absolutely.
So you are like an important partner to
absolutely
a college
absolutely.
institute.
Absolutely.
Okay, Rupesh, I'm just going to come back a little bit
Sure.
to you. You mentioned you come from the people side.
Right.
I didn't understand what you meant by the people side.
So Samir, I did my computer engineering.
Oh, you're a computer engineer?
Yes.
I didn't know this one. Okay.
And while I was doing my computer engineering, I had done a training program with Mahatrya.
I know Mahathir, yes, of
Right?
course. Yeah.
And that time he was known by the name of T.T. Rangarajan. That program had a huge impact on the way I think my life.
Okay.
And it influenced everything about my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was doing my computer engineering, this one question came into me that, is this what you want to do for rest of your life? And the answer was I realized with awareness that one of the best things, what brings out best out of me is people. Can I make a difference in the lives of people?
Okay.
So I started working with him.
So you left your engineering?
I completed my engineering.
Okay.
I had my admissions. Every computer engineer has a very set path. You do your, I'm talking about 2003.
Okay.
You do your engineering, then you go for masters to US, and then you settle in US.
Correct.
So my journey was also like
All
that.
fixed, huh?
Yeah, fixed. I had in fact also taken admission in University of Southern California, Los Angeles.
Oh my God.
I also had my visa.
Oh,
I had everything set.
I didn't know this part about you.
But there was a inner, scratch that,
Okay.
is this what you want to do for rest of your life? In fact, there was one question which that time I had asked, that if you have all the money in the world, what is it that you would like to do?
And how did you answer that?
And I said, I love the kind of impact which I saw happening in my life through the
as a
course,
result of the program.
as a result
with,
of the program.
With Mahatria.
Yes. You know, my entire thought process thinking, I realized that talent is not just, you know, being very intelligent, the biggest talent is attitude.
Okay, lovely.
About how you think, and Mahatria's course helped me change that very attitude, you know, the core, and that I realize is your biggest.
So tell me, how are you pre-Mahatria program, and what happened immediately? Now, of course, I've seen you progress. You're a very mature person. Any human resource problem I've seen that happens in the Kohinoor group, Mr. Rupesh Mittal is the go-to man, and I think that comes from that people person part.
Correct.
So what happened when you did that course and when you came out of the course?
I think it was, you know, it was like the opposite of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, you know.
Achha,
So I think I was very small and in my thought process, and that just made me realize that, you know, the sky is the limit. It's your thinking which makes everything happen. Simple things, yeah, like it's so easy for me to blame. You know, when things don't happen, तो बोले यार उसने नहीं किया, वो टीचर पढ़ा नहीं रही है, तो उस कारण से मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे हैं. So, and it was not that it was false, but giving that narrative was not going to change my life. And he made me realize that stop giving excuses, even if they are true, because of something. If you give as a reason, your life is not going to change. Okay. It has to be in spite of. Achha. In spite of, you know, there being traffic, how can you reach on time? Okay. Don't give me this crap that because there was traffic you came late. So even the small things, like, you know, all our programs always began on time. The value of time, all this, so many aspects of my life just changed because of Mahatria and his teachings. So, I owe everything to him.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
So that's what made you a people person.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as a result of the people person, and you mentioned that newspaper article.
Correct.
And then you happened to speak with Vineet at that point in time, and you created Youthville. So, is Youthville, I mean, how does people person and Youthville get connected?
I look at all of this as means about how is it going to impact people's life.
Okay.
You know, all the work, it's like a gym.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I see business entities also, that when I'm working with, how are people working with us getting created? Okay. How are we making a difference in the lives of the residents who are living with us? Right? So, it's like you go to the gym to lift the weight, but that's not the purpose.
Correct.
Right? It's so the growth and everything is a reflection of how my people, how I am, you know, growing. So it became a medium of working.
So you see Youthville as a purpose brand, right? It's improving the lives of the people who stay with you.
Absolutely.
If I'm correct, Rupesh, you launched Youthville just before COVID.
Yeah, in fact, it's Vineet and me, you know, together, we launched Youthville in 2017.
Okay.
Right? And Seagull, in fact, played a big role in that entire thing. Because once we got the idea that, you know, we want to karna hai isme kuch to, then we said, let's karna hai to achhi se karte hain, let's find out. Now we went to research and we found that, you know, how to make this entire thing happen. And so 2017 was the time when
you started work on it, or was the time when the first Youthville?
The first Youthville came in 2018.
18.
Yes. Okay. We started work in 2017.
Correct.
In fact, 8th May 2017. It was with you.
Okay.
That first time we also heard the word Youthville.
Okay.
Right? And we just loved this word so much. I mean, it's somehow, we knew what business we want to be in, but what should we name it, right? And it was so important, and there was not a second word required. I mean, we are in love with it. It just resonated. Youth will live unforgettably.
Yes.
And that entire journey started with you. So 8th May was the first time we heard.
Lovely.
2017, this idea, and then we launched in 2018, our first property.
Correct. I remember that property. It was only it was a girls only Youthville, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about the journey. How things have been. Have there been challenges when you set up?
I mean,
was this concept of a kind of a very, you know, live unforgettably, completely thought through, with amenities, with safety, with, you know, hygienic food, with the services like, if I'm correct, the laundry,
which
was put in.
we were very clear that when we saw the kind of hostels which were there, we saw the kind of challenges which were there. We knew that, we want to make the parents sitting out there, the students here, and solve each of their pain points.
Okay.
And what are the pain points we have? First, where it is located, how do I reach there?
Correct.
The basic hygiene itself, the way laundry is taken care of, and the vibe in the place. Is it something which is inviting you, or is it a dull place with clothes hanging everywhere? So with that idea, Youthville was created very thoughtfully. It was not randomly. For example, we have on every floor, we realize that I want to cook my Maggie.
Correct.
I want to have popcorn. I want to eat something late at night. I have a midnight craving. So we created a small kitchenette which we call Choti Book, which is there.
Yes.
So you can cook at Youthville. There are no restrictions, and you make your food. So it was thought through, and that's how the design of Youthville was born, and which amenities need to be there. We know that the youth loves exercise, and
correct.
So we had a gym, we have yoga studios as a part of Youthville, where people love this.
You also have a cafeteria, right?
Oh yeah, of course. We realized that it need not be mess in the.
Correct. They don't like that. That's why
Today everybody wants to sit in a kind of a Starbucks.
Okay.
So we thought, why not create something like that, and we call it Coffeeville.
Yes.
Where people can sit, not only have their meals, but open your laptops, work, and it's like a place where you can hang around. So Coffeeville was our area, dining area, which was created.
So if I can ask,
Yes.
was it like when you took Youthville into the market, did people immediately fall in love with it?
Yes, in fact, that was a huge. We were also not knowing, how well this product will be taken, because it was luxurious. Till then, the kind of hostels we saw.
And it was a bit expensive, right? Expensive compared to others.
At least, I would say 50% to 70% more expensive.
More than any
other hostel of its kind.
Of course, you didn't have a comparable product.
Yeah.
So it was.
So it was. For us, it was we were experimenting, and our property was 6.7 kilometers away from the closest college.
So it was not walking distance.
No, it was not a walking distance. We did not get anything at walking distance. We wanted to try our idea out. So we got this. We got our own bus service. So we knew that people don't mind as long as you solve the problem.
Correct.
So we got the bus service. We solved it, and with the success which we saw, we were sold out. We knew this is an idea whose time has come. And that's how,
So if I can just put it, what you really did is at every point in time, your people skills, which even I have seen you, and you're very observant. So essentially what you're looking at, problems, or what you call as pain points, mentioned as pain points, which could be overcome. And that experience was something which you created, which has been loved by the market. Right? Is that how I get this right? Okay. I also like the fact that you mentioned that the first Youthville was an experiment.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And so you want to test it.
Yes.
Get things right. So when you did that experiment, was there also an option to exit if it didn't work? Was it considered between you and Vineet that there could be a possibility? ये नहीं चलेगा तो अपन नहीं करेंगे.
ऐसा नहीं. I don't think we ever thought कि नहीं करेंगे. But it was always कि क्या नहीं चल रहा है. We learn out of it.
Why I'm asking this? Because there are many entrepreneurs, who see failure as a negative signal, whereas maybe, at Seagull and at the Brand Launch Center, we've had cases very similar, of course not in the student housing or co-living category, but in other categories. Like for example, I'm working with a milk brand now. We did work with a very famous Indian sportswoman, recognized at the national level, but their products couldn't pass the pilot stage. They had challenges. One of my first clients was somebody who wanted to do bottled coconut water. And a very good idea. We had a brilliant name like Youthville. This was a brand called God's Water. They had protected it, beautiful. It was much before even Paperboat and the likes. But they thought they would have cracked bottling coconut water, but it's a very sensitive, volatile, juice, which even with a little bit of oxygen starts deteriorating. But they never set up a pilot, is what I'm trying to say. And so what you did was set up a pilot. But you're saying that your mindset was that we're going to continue. We may have to make changes, may have to make modifications, and with that mindset, you went ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we knew inherently that people need this. I mean, it was built around a very strong need which we had found out. How are we delivering that need? That had to be tested.
So when was your first real challenge? When you thought, boss, or was there ever, we may have to get out of this?
Man, I think the biggest challenge for us was March 17th, 2020.
Okay.
Right? Everything changed. COVID.
Okay.
I mean, till then we felt कि was business तो ये तो मतलब there is only upside, right? There is no downside. ऐसा कोई रिस्क हो सकता है पता ही नहीं था ना समय कि like कॉलेजेस तो चलने ही है.
हाँ, बच्चे तो आएंगे पुणे में.
तो ये कोविड होता क्या है मतलब पैंडेमिक, what is it we never knew, right? And so nothing was planned for COVID, and we had signed up so much inventory and leases, buildings, and our business works only when people come out of homes.
Correct. It's like a hotel in a sense, right?
Yeah, completely. Yeah. Long-term stay for that.
Correct.
And colleges are not working, and the biggest challenge of COVID was we never knew when it will end.
Yeah.
I mean,
लोग colleges वापस आएंगे कि नहीं?
No, exactly, right? ये कितने wave आने वाले हैं? ये पता ही नहीं है ना. We can factor something is not working. It will work. How long this uncertainty will last was one big challenge. So what do we, how to project, how to do, how to manage people? COVID was the biggest challenge.
So tell me, how did you, I mean, besides probably God's grace, how did you get out of that? Or what were the traits, qualities in you which could help you hold?
I think one of the things which has helped me is, again, I was calm. Although we will go through it, कैसे होगा पता नहीं, but internally पता है कि यार COVID also taught us that if you're living, be blessed. Right? There was so much happening around.
Correct.
The very fact that business loss we can recover, life lost is lost. So that peace, कि भाई, now look at life from a different perspective. COVID gave us that sense of reality.
So is that you in terms of your Mahatriya learning?
Of course, yeah. Everything from me. Anything good is a reflection of whatever has come through his learnings only.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the calmness, and then to communicate with every of our partners that hey, this is what we are going through, and we are in it together. It's not that I'm making uncertainty. We are all in it together, and let's navigate this journey together. And that communication again and again, and being very fair to everyone to make them understand, this is, everyone knows the reality, but we were communicating it proactively.
Correct.
That, this is the situation which it is. Some people understood, some people said, no, you will have to bear more losses with us. Our fixed cost is very high because of the lease.
Correct.
Lease in a city like Bombay makes up almost 60-70% of the revenue which we earn. And even if I have to give 50% of that, from where will we get?
Right.
So one thing good, along with Vineet always told us, and that was the thing, that don't push your pain of today to tomorrow. In Hindi, he always says कि आज का मरण कल पे मत डालिए. So if something is difficult, face it today, don't push it for tomorrow. So we never went into a thing कि later we'll give you money. And we postponed our debt. We never did that approach. We said today this is what we are. This is our state, and out of that we will manage what we are getting. That really helped us, Samir. If I see many other players who could not survive this, is because under pressure, they buckled and they said, we will give you later.
when we earn.
No, आज मेरे पास नहीं है क्योंकि मैं earn ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So I am not saying that tomorrow when I earn, I'll give you. Today, how I am going through, let's go through it. It's today. So we did not postpone our pain. We dealt that, and we lost properties.
Okay.
We lost a lot of inventory. 90% of our inventory in Bombay we lost because, obviously it's understandable, why will they bear losses?
Why will they bear? But you are okay with it. That was a decision. It's a financial decision.
Yes, and that was the tough decision because our assets in this business begin with having the inventory at the right
If
location.
you don't have beds, then how can you have students?
That's the raw material, right?
So when did you get out of this? When did you feel now you're out and you can once again press on the accelerator?
I think that when the COVID third wave was just going down and colleges restarted,
You saw the
we knew now. I mean, the green shoots were visible that
okay.
it's looking like business back.
So your
as
smile
normal.
started coming back.
Yeah. No, smile I think was
Always there, huh?
smile was always there because I knew that
So
still
let me
so much
ask.
is
Yeah.
there.
So let me ask you. I remember while we were doing the strategy, the brand strategy for Youthville, we had a lot of discussions between. I mean, we knew there's a demand. The right thing you said, societies don't want bachelors.
Yeah, absolutely.
You also mentioned
Correct.
that colleges had a need for this. But we had still had a debate because Pune, besides being an education hub, is also an IT hub. There were a lot of young professionals, again bachelors coming into work. So at that time we had a choice. Should I be student housing or should I be for working professionals? Okay. I don't think we had thought about co-living at that point in time.
Correct.
Yeah. But just to ask you a question, that when you look at this choice between student housing and co-living, and we chose to take co-living.
Student housing.
Sorry, we chose to take student housing. But later on, you actually moved. And if I understand right now, that you're more flexible and co-living is also part of the game. When did that happen and why?
So first of all, as I said, we always wanted to solve this problem, and it was for working professionals as well as for students. We were not like sirf students ke liye karna hai, but there was one core principle which we wanted to encourage in our residents, right? I don't know right, wrong, but we said this is our principles. One was that on our premises, we do not want to encourage people smoking, drinking, or even having non-vegetarian food. So drugs and all that to possible nahi hai. Like we won't even close our eyes. We take action. When we knew that this is non-negotiable part of Youthville, we were not sure how we will be able to have this implemented with the working professionals. We were not sure ourselves.
Okay.
Will working professionals accept these things?
Achha, so
part of our brand.
No smoking, no drinking
on our property.
On your property.
Yeah, inside our property, we wanted to have that hygiene.
So that's how we chose to.
Yeah, so we went the student housing way.
Okay.
And the other thing was student housing. When we went in, we also realized that there's another plus point, that it gives you a certainty of 11 months at least of business,
Correct. In terms of revenue.
But that happened later.
Achha.
Our decision was not born out of that. It was born out of the hygiene which we felt, will work.
Okay.
Parents will agree to have a place like this. Whereas when I'm earning, I thought, who the hell are you to tell me what you should be doing or not doing? So that's how it was. We had one property where, because of this, we ourselves were not managing that property. We had given it to another operator. It was Kohinoor Group's property, which we had given to another operator who was managing co-living. We did not want Youthville to run it because our rules would not have worked. It's in an area called Balewadi High Street.
Okay.
And that operator wasn't running it properly. So out of helplessness, we got into it.
Okay.
We took on the property. We put, Youthville started running it, and with our rules, our terms, and we realized even working professionals are more than happy. And we are having 95% plus occupancies at times.
So tell me this principles, values, which is no non-vegetarian, no alcohol, no smoking within the premise. Is that something that differentiates you from competition?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Do people talk about it in that manner?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean,
so you get people who respect these values and are coming here because of these values. Oh.
Contrary to what we were, as we ourselves thought.
Correct. I know. I remember this debate.
Working professionals mein nahi chalega. We realize, you be what you are. That kind of people who want this environment will come to you, and that's exactly what happened.
So tell me now, I appreciate that, and I've seen that has worked. I know that's also a core principle of the Kohinoor Group.
Right.
And whenever they do events and activities, they follow that, and still people come in thousands. Right. So that's something that's very well proven by you. I just want to ask is, now this unique experience or this wholesome experience that you're providing people who live in a Youthville, are there other brands also that have come in? Because I see a lot of action in terms of this co-living category.
Yeah, absolutely, Samir. In Pune alone, what we have understood from our surveys is there's a need for 7 lakh beds.
7 lakhs?
7 lakh beds. The number of working professionals
Really?
just in the city of Pune, the East Pune and the West Pune, right? The East Pune is the Kharadi side, Yerwada Kharadi. The West Pune is the Hinjewadi, Baner, Balewadi side. You know, we are such a growing, vibrant city. Now, just look at these numbers for Bombay. Must be.
Multiple.
You know, the average age of India is 28. Average age is 28. People are getting married late. And, you know, with so much airport, so much connectivity, you know, people just are moving. It's not, I mean, people want flexibility. They don't want, and that all, no commitments in terms of, you know, you tomorrow decide I want to move out, you can move out. There's no brokerage. So there is such a huge need for.
So you're saying there are other players who've come in.
Yes.
Maybe offering similar kind of services, but it just really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yes, I think where we still differentiate is at the asset level. No, we go very deep in ensuring the underlying asset is right.
Okay.
We are doing far more build to suit properties.
So they're being constructed to how
For
you want a
Youthville,
Youthville. So you kind of got a framework how a Youthville property is. You got a framework how a Youthville room will be.
Absolutely.
You have a framework where you clearly know these are the kind of amenities I want in Youthville.
Absolutely.
These are the kind of settings for safety.
Yes.
Yeah, everything that's in place.
So I'll give you one, you know.
So it's not that you take any building and then you put beds into it.
No. In fact, one of our biggest differentiators is none of our buildings are, you know, what you can say, without OC. Whereas, you know, competition does it, but we don't do that. We were very clear, we'll do only occupancy certificate is the stamp when the government says, yes, this building is ready for being occupied.
Okay. Only then will you
Only then we take it. Now in Hinjewadi, there are hundreds of buildings which are just running like that. But we don't get into it. That's where we get differentiated. It takes us more time to get inventory, but once we get it, it's made to our style, our class with the highest efficiencies, and that's what purpose built means. So all our, I mean, you know, major inventory is purpose built.
Fantastic.
Including, you know, one of the largest hostels, the 928 beds hostel, which we have, completely greenfield hostel, was built for us.
Built for you as per your specs.
As per our specs.
Lovely. So, Rupesh, I know there were earlier plans, but where is Youthville today in terms of where you want to be, and where is it going to be in 5 years' time? Are there some numbers that you're playing up to?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as of today, when we speak, we have 8,000 beds.
Wow.
Out of which 2,500 beds are currently operational, and next 6,500 beds come under operation in the next 2 years.
Lovely.
These are the build-to-suit properties which I'm talking to you in Pune and Bombay. Just in Pune and Bombay, I foresee in the next 5 years, we'll add another 12,000 beds. So we'll be at 20,000 beds in Pune and Bombay.
Excellent.
And
okay,
that's our plan.
That's a significant number. Yeah.
Yes.
Just to know, are you going to kind of restrict yourself to Pune, Bombay, or is the opportunity here very big? But India is you have
actually, Samir, what we don't want to restrict.
Okay.
But what we have also learned is this business is, we want to really give services.
Okay.
Right, scaling, because it's a need across.
Yeah.
As we develop those teams and those systems which can
so there's a lot of operational work,
completely. It's very, very people centric. Lot of everything requires people.
Correct.
Right. Your ops are very people centric. Food, for example, completely driven through a lot of touch points are with people. And once we do it at scale, you know, then we are confident we can go multi-city.
Correct.
We believe in, you know, going deep fundamentally. It has even taken us time to build. You know, it's not like there is some of my competition which has done 8,000 beds in a year. We haven't.
Correct.
But what we have ensured is
your foundation is very strong.
Yes, and you know, we do long-term leases. We don't just close properties. We take time to study the market and then we go deep. And once we commit, then we are committed for long. As I said, that's what build to suit properties
do. To your design.
Yeah, they built for our design. So
great, Rupesh. Is very interesting. I'm seeing a computer engineer who never really did any computer engineering.
Correct.
Yeah. Went, if I can say, the training, HR, spiritual path. Came back into industry. But in a manner, you defined industry, your contribution very purpose-driven. You wanted to improve, make the lives of people better. From what I can see, you're doing a very good job. 8,000 people in within these next 2 years will be reaping the benefits of your effort and of course Vineet's efforts. There are many people who may have dreams, and this particular podcast we do so that people who are dreaming can actually become doers. Any advice, any inspiration you may have for a dreamer so that he becomes a doer?
I think we all need some kind of mental health, right?
Okay.
For all these things to happen, we need some source which is working on our mind. And my biggest thing will be you need to find your own mental gym, which is going to ensure that perseverance, that determination, those values which you believe in, you become aware of. And that is playing a big role in my life. So to all the founders, I would say that working on your own self
is very important.
It's very important. It is going to be a reflection of everything else, how we are going to be facing challenges. And even business outside is the reflection of how we are inside. How, because everything is a reflection of our inside. And those challenges are going to test what's inside. Like, under pressure, when you squeeze a lemon, only lemon juice will come out.
Correct.
So under pressure, what's really inside you is what will come out. And if you work on that inside by ensuring that, some kind of who's the mentor, who's guiding you, how are you strengthening your mind. So everything is about the mind, and I really feel that that's where a lot of work needs to happen. Then the execution will show. What is inside me will come out. Opportunities will come. Obstacles will come, but if internally my mind is strong, and I found one of the simplest way to make your mind strong was just do what you say you will do.
Okay, fantastic.
That's it. Nothing big, but that's again, what you say and what you do, if it's the same. As simple as if you said 4 o'clock, I'll be there for the meeting. Can you be there at 4? Simple things. Yeah, mind strengthening is just that. What you commit, can you do it? In your private life and externally. And that builds a building block that when you dream of it, you have manifested it, you'll actually make it happen.
Do it. Fantastic.
The building block is, I feel that, simple commitments to yourself, to others. If you can honor them, no big shakes. That's it. It keeps everything simple.
Thanks, Rupesh. For all of you watching this episode, I'd love to invite you on behalf of Rupesh to visit any of the Youthville hostels. You'll actually see that what he's created along with co-founder Vineet Goel is something exceptional. It definitely makes living out of your home feel very comfortable, very pleasant. And to sum up Rupesh's advice, it's a strong mind, a focused mind, a mind that does what it says is the formula to achieving your dreams. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Looking forward that you watch more of these.